Welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Timothy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to speak to you about something I'm very passionate about. This is called EM, or effective microbes, and what that is, this is billions and billions and billions of very good bacteria that if you're a gardener, if you're a mother, you want to bring this into your home, and I'll tell you a few benefits of this product, and you can actually literally make it at home. So I'm going to show you how to do this today, and hopefully you can go out today and start your own batch yourself, and within a week later you will have basically what you see in this bottle at the moment. Okay, so this is effective microbes. It is absolutely amazing, and I'll tell you why. Now, you can use EM on everything from removing bad odors. Okay, this takes ammonia away. So if your puppy or your doggy or your cat is spraying, you can use this effectively on those spots, and it removes that odor immediately. Okay, so you'll find that it will eat away the ammonia that's in that pee. Now, the second one is you can use it for acne-prone skin or psoriasis or any skin-related problems. Now, whether it comes to fungal, whether it comes to any of the above, this is amazing at removing that from your skin. Just apply it topically on the skin daily. Now, of course, I'm not a medical doctor. Don't take my word for it. Try it out to see if it works for you. Now, the next one is you can use it in your garden or as a garden composter. Okay, so I'm going to show you very quickly what you can do when it comes to a bokashi bucket as well, or any of the above. So that's going to come up in this video as well. You can use it in your drum if your dirt burn is starting to smell. You can use it where the pet's bedding. You can put it in your washing machine. You can put it in your toilet system. You can put it down your drains. It removes all bad odors. Normally that is from the bad bacteria or the mold coming off the bad bacteria. Now, this product is amazing at removing that. Now, if you're like me, I am a clean freak of note. I like my spaces to be sanitized, cleansed, removed of all toxin. Now, I want to make sure that my entire family is protected. So what I normally do is I'll bleach and use ammonia on everything. Now, of course, that removes all good bacteria and all bad bacteria. So unfortunately, what happens with this is we're going to now remove all the good and all the bad, okay? But now it's a blank slate. So if a bad bacteria gets on that, it can then spread and multiply on that surface. What we're doing with the EM is we're gonna still clean it with those chemicals, we're gonna wipe it down, and then we're effectively gonna spray this on to put the good bacteria back there. So it will defend against the bad multiplying in your space. Now, you can also use it in your gardens, spray it on your plants, use it in the compost heap. I'll show you how to do that as well. We're gonna make some today, so it's quite exciting. You can use it basically in your washing machine, down your pipes and drains, anything that is smelly or mucky or any of the above. But the most important why I've fallen in love with this product is that it rejuvenates the soil. Okay, so effective microbes, what they are about is these are microorganisms in the sand or in the garden. Okay, this is why they say let your kids play outside, let them get immunity outside, because the good microbes in the soil latch onto the skin, and then your child is obviously touching their faces and introducing it into the body that way. Okay, so that's one way we can interact with these things, and we're doing it automatically without us knowing. Okay, so basically we want to make sure that we are introducing this into our lives all the time. Now, you could possibly, if this is a batch you're going to be drinking yourself, then I'm going to teach you two ways of making it. Okay, so just so you know, there will be two different ways using two different types of water. One for your own internal use, one for using out in the garden. Okay, we're going to be making lactic acid bacteria. Now, lactic acid bacteria is usually derived from the same process that we make cheese. It is lacto, which is milk. And there's a few ways of making it, so we will break it up for you and make sure that you are full understanding what's going on. Okay, so it's quite an easy process. It takes about a week to mature. They don't like air, by the way, and they do need to be burped once a day you'll need to release the pressure. You hear that sound? That is just the pressure we need to release in the bottle, just to let the gases out of this bottle, because these are living beings inside of here. This is what's going to be amazing. Now, this concoction, you can dilute it, and you can take a cup of it per day for your own intestinal gut. It will protect your own bacteria in your gut. So if you have IBS or anything stomach related, this is a good one to break down the food that's coming into your system. Okay, so this is why I want to use it on everything. I spray it onto my hands before going to gym, while I'm picking up all the dirty, gym equipment, because can you imagine what's sitting on that, So I'm a complete germphobe. I will own it. And so today I'm going to show you how to make this. Okay, so there's a few ingredients you're going to need. We're going to need molasses. Okay, you can also use brown sugar if you want your mixture to last longer. Brown sugar extracts the water out of something, and basically what it does is it crystallizes the bacteria and makes it shelf ready. So if you want to keep your bacteria living in this, I would add a cup of brown sugar to this, and then this mixture will last me a whole year. Okay, so then the bacteria will feed on this. So molasses, any sugar, the bacteria will grow on. It becomes amazing food source for the bacteria to live on. Okay, we're going to add this at a later stage. I'm going to show you all the stages. So we need molasses. We need a mixing bowl. Okay. We need white or brown rice. I like to use white or brown rice. You can also use oats if you want some oats. Okay. And you can also use wheat bran. I'm going to show you the wheat bran is for later. Okay, so don't worry about that now. We're going to need milk. It can be any milk. It can be even buck's milk, preferably fresh milk. The ideal is fresh milk. Okay. You're going to need a container for it to sit in and breathe in. You're going to need distilled water, preferably distilled water. If it is, this is where I told you, we're going to make two brands. One you can take eternally, which will be this water, spring water, or you can use kettle water that's cooled down, so there's no chlorine in that. That is also safe, and that's also okay for your mixture. And basically, we're going to be mixing this on. So you can literally make this as soon as you get home today. Go into your kitchen, you'll find these items and cook it all up. And within a week, you will have a batch of effective microbes that you can then start using, okay? And I'll explain how you can use it later on, okay? So in all fairness, what we want to do is we're going to take the brown rice or white rice into a container. You can also mix, I like oats. Oats seems to give me more of a milky texture. So I'm going to add that. Let me just mix it on over here. So we're adding about a cupful, okay, of oats. You're going to add some water. And you're simply going to stir that around, okay. So you're going to make sure that it becomes, it's normally the water that we throw off the rice or pasta that we are cleaning off, So that is filled with millions and millions of bacteria, good bacteria, that we're going to be using in this mixture. It's lactic acid bacteria is what we're using in this mixture. So this is just water, white or brown rice, and oats. You can just use one of that, either rice or either oats. I like to use the oats. It seems to give me a better yield. Okay, so this becomes like a cloudy mixture, which we want. That is amazing. And what we want to do is we want to strain that. So after about 10 minutes or so, it doesn't have to be that long. I've made mixtures with less than that, probably about a minute or so. And what I use this for is I use it in my garden. I use it in my home, my household plants. They'll become so much stronger and more resilient. Actually, in my garden, I'm just going to let that settle. In my garden, I had a cutting that I put into a ground. It was starting to show me really good results. Then mold, and it started going moldy at the base where it got a lot of water. So I used my effective microbes on that, and I fed that every single day for 1 week. I sprayed it on there, you know, and within 1 week it took all that mold away. So it just showed me the plant's immunity increased and got better because of this product. Okay, now what I would like about this product can rejuvenate water. So if you're around a water source like a river or any of the above, and there's a lot of toxins in there, in Thailand and all around the world, they have this most amazing thing where they pour this into the natural rivers and it cleans it up with over the next couple of weeks and months, and literally that water is crystal clean again. This is how amazing this product is. You'll also find if you're using in your gardens or your garden patch, or if you're around your veggies, you'll get bigger yields and much more resilient yields from pests and pesticides, by the way. This also takes away the smell of decomposing matter. So if you're using it in your compost heap, you'll find that it will take away the smell, first of all. That is amazing. You can compost other things that you could normally not compost, by the way. So you could use this and it can break down meat, it can break down dairy, it can break down bread that you would often never throw into your compost heap, and now you can. Okay, so that's a few of the benefits of here. Okay, so what we're going to do over here is it's become like this beautiful milky substance, which is exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so this is exactly what we're wanting. That is perfect. Okay, so remember, 1 teaspoon of this makes 1 liter of it. So which means on a gardening scale, you could spray this on your lawn, around your plants, around your household plants as well, around in the vase of your flower cuttings. It takes away their pong, it takes away their smell. Down your drains, you'll just mix it in the same way. And just leave it for overnight, basically. So if you're putting it in your drains, leave it overnight while you wake up the next morning, then flush your drains out, you know. That is a really good way to get rid of a smutty drain, okay. These microbes will start eating away of what all the debris is in that clogged drain, okay. So this is basically what we're needing. So we're going to strain this completely out. So we're going to get this into the jar. Remember, try and use only sterilized items over here. You really want this mixture to be pure and clean as much as possible, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to strain it. And if you look over here, it is just the milky white substance basically from your rice that you would have obviously thrown down the drain already. Now, don't throw this away. The rice and the oats is what we're going to use a little bit later on. Now, I'm going to put this over here, if you don't mind, so that's fantastic. We're going to use that later, so we don't throw anything away that we don't need to. Now, so this is millions and millions of bacteria we needed to cultivate and to grow. And we're going to add milk to this. So we're going to use 10% of this milk mixture, and we're going to fill the rest up with milk. Okay. If you don't want to use that much milk, you can also fill it up with some more water. But ideally, you want as much milk in there as possible. And this is basically the same way we will ferment or make cheese. It's the same thing. We're going to be making, I'll show you now. So just to recap a little bit, all it is oats and rice soaked. The water we are putting into here, make sure we don't get any solid pieces of that in here. We then raise it with milk and we can add water. Now this is a bacteria that doesn't like air. So we really want to make sure the containers, even this little section of here, I'm going to fill that up again with water just to make sure that it doesn't like air in any way. These gases that's going to form, and that's why you heard that sound, you know. So every day we do need to burp it so it can allow that exchange of air to happen. So in this, we're going to be creating what we call this. This is this sitting for a couple of days now, okay? So what's going to happen, we're going to put a muslin cloth over here with a elastic band, just allow the air to come in. At this stage, it needs to breathe, it needs to release as much as it can. but we also want to stop bugs from coming into the mixture. Okay. So inside of here is that sitting for about a week or so. What's going to start happening is the two are going to separate. You're going to have a sediment at the bottom, and it will become clear in the middle, and like a cheese that sits on top of here. You can then take that cheese out carefully, take that out, throw it in your compost heap, that is fine. What we actually want is we just want that little liquid in the middle on this ground over here. Alright, so that middle ground, if you can take like a syringe and suck it out, you're more than welcome. Take that top cheese off after a week, throw it into a compost heap. The chickens love that, by the way. You can give that to them, and that's a full meal for them as well. And that liquid is the bacteria we're looking for. Now, to make it into this, what you see right here, all we do is we add about a cup of molasses. Okay. So it is this mixture, wait a little mature over a week, normally in a dark cupboard. There's a brilliant place to place it. Leave it by itself. When it separates, then it's ready. It should have a sweeter smell to you, or to it, that you will then know, okay, it's now turned. As well, it will separate. It will be the bottom rim will be a sediment, the middle is what we want, and there will be a cheese layer on top of here. Almost like that you will grow kombucha. It's the same way of doing it, okay? And when it's from here, I'm going to take that liquid, drain it into this bottle of, again, water, the liquid from here, and just a cup of molasses. Now, molasses is your food source. It's going to feed your microbes. And if you want this mixture to last longer, you'll add about this much brown sugar to the mixture, and then this will be shelf ready for a whole year. You could use it over the whole year. Remember, 1 teaspoon makes 1 liter of this, so we only use small amounts. So this bottle will probably make easy 30 liters, even more, way more basically. So it's really cost effective to use all rounder around your home. So this could give you some ideas of what you can do around your home. You can pour it overnight into the drains, like I said before. You can leave it overnight, next morning wash it out. If I'm using around the home to clean, I can put it into my floor wash that I'm using to clean the floors with. So I will first use my cleaning detergents first, I'll then rinse it, and then I'll then add this to the water, and then that is a really good way to clean your floors with it and adding the good bacteria to your environment. What you can also do for a face cleanse, you can put rose water and a teaspoon of this into a spray bottle and spray your face every single day. It becomes amazing for acne prone skin. It removes the acne within days of using the product. Okay. If you have psoriasis, like I have psoriasis on my hands, using this product after about a week or so, I literally took that away. So that was why I fell in love with this product. Another way you can do it is you can take a tot glass. If you have a smelly fish tank, 1 tot glass of this into water from the tank and throw it in basically, and you'll find this is the good bacteria your fish need, especially the goldfish that you bought from the fish shop or your pet shop. If your pond, your outside pond is smelling because it's getting a lot of bacteria, this will take away the odors. You could use this on the bedding for your dogs. Also amazing way to remove the odors. You can also put it in a spray bottle, spray your plants with it. You can then water your plants. If it is for your garden or your lawn, I would have one of those industrial spray bottles and spray that over the ground and then water that in, so allow it to drench, basically go in, or spray it just before it's about to rain, so that you know that rainwater will flush it into the ground where the roots are. So basically these microbes, and the scientific way of looking at it, these microbes are presently in your soil as we speak. Okay, we have millions of bacteria in the soil, and those bacteria excrete a glue substance that traps water into the soil. That is why in the rainforest and things like that, we have this closed circuit where the leaves fall to the ground, they get broken down by the microbes and the worms in the soil, and that circuit rejuvenates itself by trapping the water. The water is the most important vital part to any ecosystem. Okay, so if you are adding this to your fish tanks, to your water sources, down your drains, even drinking it yourself, you're more than welcome to do that. You might get a little bit of an upset stomach, but that's only for the first week or so until you get used to it. You will find that it enriches everything around you. Okay, so put in a spray bottle, spray wherever the dogs and cats have peed around the home. That is quite good. Now, don't throw away the rice and the oats. Let me just show you what you can do with this now. Okay, you're going to take your EM solution. You're going to pour it in to this mixture. I like to give a stronger dose, so I don't really like to dilute anything. I'm quite crazy, so I like a stronger mix to everything I'm doing. I'll mix that into the rice and the oats. Okay, now this is quite watery. You don't really want that consistency, so I would use wheat bran. Wheat bran is an amazing carrier for the microbes. You can also use shredded newspaper for the same thing. If you want to replace the bran with shredded newspaper, you're more than welcome to do so. Now, what we're making right now is something called bokashi. Okay, bokashi is wheat bran and effective microbes. Okay, it's quite easy to do. You don't want any liquid, so you really want to strain that out as much as possible. I just simply add the wheat bran to it, mix it up until the consistency is you can hold it in your hands and squeeze it without liquid coming out. That is the right consistency for bokashi. And the reason why we use a bokashi blend and what the benefit is the good bacteria is going to soak up into this mixture. I'm going to then use this on the compost heap in my kitchen or in my home, and I can break down and do my bit for the environment. So what this is we're going to layer this, so we can take a bucket that drains at the bottom, okay, almost like your worm bins for your vermiculture type of thing. We can use the same system. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll take all your scraps from all your veggies, your leftover bread, eggshells, things that you couldn't normally compost, and we can throw into a bucket basically. Okay, we'll then throw a layer of this over each time, so this will block out the smells, the odors, and the bad bacteria, as well as introduce and inoculate what you are composting basically. Okay, so it's like one hand washing the other, and actually is amazing. So that compost heap that you keep in your kitchen, you can put into buckets, you can throw your scraps in per day, you can throw a layer of this into that, and it absolutely becomes the most amazing decomposer. It breaks down all the organic waste that we are wanting. Now, especially when it comes to long drops, if people still using those type of systems, all we're going to do is just simply mix this through. We can then put this into a airtight bag and leave it in a dark container over the next couple of weeks or so, and this will completely inoculate itself, and then it's then ready to use. So within a week this will be then ready, because this culture is already made up after a week. It's already matured. So this is when it's not matured, when you first started, and this is what it looks like when it's done. Okay, this is with the black molasses, a cup of molasses inside. So within a week, so what I would do is I'll put this mixture into a black bag, make it airtight, roll the bag so there's no air in that bag, put it into another bag, and put it into airtight container. There's ones that you can lock up basically. And the reason why the airtight is because the bokashi does not like air at all. Remember, these are microbes that sit under the ground and that feed. So this mixture will last you months and months and months and months. And because it's not wet or soaking wet, you will find that this will last longer. Okay, it will preserve it in a way, and it won't go miff. Okay, so that's why you want to in a dark black bag, in another bag, and in an air container that you can put away. And then when you need it, you can open that bag, take a sprinkle of this, sprinkle it around on top of your compost heap, and you'll find that now you can compost eggshells quicker, you can compost meat, dairy, bread that you wouldn't throw into your compost normally. All the things you couldn't compost normally, you can now compost with this mixture right now. And let me just tell you, your plants will grow, the animals will thank you as well. Whatever eats that plant is going to get all this good bacteria in. Now, you can use this for fish. You can use this for exotic animals. You can use it for your dogs and cats if you're finding they're getting sick or have a skin allergy. You can use it on all the above. This is completely natural, completely something that you could do right now, and you can make a big difference to your family. So like I said before, I put into a spray bottle with some rose water. I spray my hands daily. So I sanitize first with the normal sanitizer we buy from the shops. I then spray this onto my hands, and it smells quite nice. And that is like a barrier of good bacteria that's going to protect my hands. Wherever I touch, wherever I place my hands now, will be completely protected by the EM solution. So I hope you enjoyed this class and this lesson. It is really an all-rounder. You can use this also to take away the smells in your smelly mop that you use to mop the floors with. It is literally an all-rounder. I would leave it overnight if you're going to use it for your floor, for your mop, just to take the odors of the mop away, you know. Soak it overnight, leave it dry out the next day, and you have a brand new mop again. It won't smell. Another way you can also use the EM is you can put a small amount of this, probably about a cap or so, into your washing machine. If you're finding your washing machine is making smelly clothes after a while, this is a brilliant way to take that away. The other uses is you can put it into your shampoo for healthier hair. You can use it in a soap, by the way. If you make your own soaps, you can use bokashi or the EM blend inside of that. Remember, if you're using it on the body, 1 teaspoon makes 1 liter, and then from that you use it. I wouldn't then pour it from this. The bokashi brand that I just showed you how to make right now, that I use neat because this is something that I want a lot of bacteria in. All I'm simply going to do is just pour this over my compost heap, and you'll find that everything grows better, becomes better, and it is really an all-rounder product that I would like you to have for your family for years to come. So this, just to recap, this goes into a dark cupboard, okay, away from light, away from sunlight. What's going to happen, it will have curds in it. You scoop that out. This will have a cheese form that you take out. You can feed that to chickens or put it in your compost heap, but you want that liquid in the middle. This will separate. It will become very clear after 1 week. Okay, and then it is ready to use, and it should smell a little bit sweet. Okay, so that's all you need to know for your EM. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed actually making it myself, and I personally use it everywhere, from my fish tanks to cleaning my home to making sure that my germ phobia is completely better. So thank you so much for joining my channel. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe. I really do feel a lot of people can benefit